Right, we're here for the final unboxing video of the day, and I wanted to start this video with a little piece of life advice. Don't do 8 unboxing videos in a day. It's absolutely exhausting. But anyway, we're here. We are here for the final one. This is Hoplomachus Victorum, which I weighed it downstairs earlier on and it almost broke my scales. It's 6.5 kilograms of juicy goodness. Now, Vicky asked me this morning before she left for work. She said, of the 8 unboxing videos that I am doing today, which one of them is my favourite? Or which one am I most excited about, or which one am I most looking forward to, is what she asked me. I gave her the standard reply, which is, I'm really sorry, but I'm not in a position to be able to answer questions on an individual basis. If you'd like to join my BGG guild and ask the question... No, I didn't. I said to her that I have deliberately organised these unboxing videos today to leave this one to last, because this is the one that I'm most excited about unboxing. That's not to say that it's the one that I'm most excited about playing. That's probably still Revive, but based on everything that I've seen about this and the quality of the production and everything else, I know a lot of people at Chip Theory Games are excited about the release of this, and that's kind of rubbed off on me as well. So Hoplomachus Victorum. What I know about this game is Hoplomachus original game came out in 2000 and whatever. Hoplomachus Remastered is a second edition version of the game. It's about gladiatorial combat. It's 2 to 4 players, but there is a solo mode included in it as well. Hoplomachus Victorum is a solo only game that builds on the mechanisms from Hoplomachus Remastered and turns it into a campaign style game where you are traveling across a map, taking part in various battles and arenas, leveling up your character with a goal to defeating, is it Pluto? I think it's Pluto or something like that. Yeah, I think it's Pluto. Yeah, defeat Pluto and his 7 scions in combat at the mountain summit. And as I say, I got caught up in the excitement of this game, and we're going to have a look at what's inside. Here we go. I can't even open this box. This is it's so heavy. Oh. Right. Oh, there we go. Let's have a look at the inside of the box. Again, as I mentioned earlier on, artwork on the inside of a box just gets a big plus for me. And another extremely thick box from Chip Theory Games, because it has to be. If they shipped this game in a box that wasn't as sturdy as this, it wouldn't last. Let's get that down. Right. Okay. So what have we got? We have the catalogue. We have some of these. We have Scion epilogues. That's an odd one to have at the start. We have the How to Play guide, which is going to be pretty meaty. Now, I mean, this is a standalone game. You don't need Hoplomachus Remastered to play this. So I'm guessing that a lot of the information in here, particularly with how combat plays out, I'm guessing, because I've not played Hoplomachus Remastered, I'm guessing is similar. So I think if I read Hoplomachus Remastered first, and then this one, a lot of it will be the same, or vice versa. I'm not sure which one I'm going to read first, actually. I'll find out at some point in the future. So yeah, what's the Scion epilogues? I guess this is stuff that you read at the end. It's basically, it looks like it's narrative, which is a nice little addition to have. Right, let's pop them to one side. Again, as I mentioned in the last one, it's a little bit of a shame that we've still got single-use plastic as a covering for a sheet of plastic. Yeah, if that's something that could be looked at in future. I mean, we've got a way of recycling single-use plastic now, but not all countries do. So, yeah. But that is all of the unit skills. Now, this is very similar to the one from Hoplomachus Remastered, if not exactly the same. But it's what all of the skills do and the effects of them. Right, now, let's get the campaign map out. Let's get the big map out first. Let's take the other stuff and put it to one side. So much stuff. I mean, this, when I saw pictures of this, I was like, seriously, what are you doing? Okay, and we're going to need to put the PTZ camera on to show you what this actually looks like. If you haven't seen the other videos of this, then basically this is the seats where the crowd sit and watch your games. Let's put the other camera on. There you go. So yeah, so this is there. And what's going to happen is we're going to populate that with chips. And that's supposed to be the stand that goes next to the arena. So it sort of represents the people that are watching you. Move that to one side for now. And let's get the big map out. Okay, so I mentioned this is a campaign game. And this is your player board. Are we going to have to zoom out? Or are we just about going to get it all on? I think we're going to have to zoom out a bit. Get that out of the way. There we go. Okay. Nope, we're still going to have to zoom out a bit more. There we go. Right, so that is the player board. You will put that there. You will put this here, which you will put all the chips in. And this here is the campaign bit. So what you're going to be doing is you're going to be traveling around this map here. And the various icons are different places you can stop at. And you can spectate other people's battles. You can take part in battles yourself. And the type of the region that you're in will determine the particular type of arena. And that is these sheets. So these are the different arenas. Try and work out how to get in. Okay, so we have 6 different arenas for the different terrain types, and the arenas that you're playing on will go there. So we have that one, we have that one, that one. I said 6, I think it's 8. Yeah, it's 8. So 8 different arenas for the different types of terrain. And you will put the one on there depending on where you are. So yeah, neoprene upon neoprene. And then you've got space here to put all of the stuff. So you've got your cards here, you put some chips here. Speaking of the chips, let's get them out. We don't have, I don't think there's quite as many chips as in Hoplomachus Remastered. That was 4 trays worth, but it's a similar thing. We have the health chips. This is the normal health chips that come with the game. I've got the premium version just to one side. We've got some, we've got some of the double height chips as well. Some of the really thick chips. These are probably for the big baddies. Yeah, I think they're for the big baddies. We have the dice, which are the same dice as in Hoplomachus Remastered. So we showed them off in the previous unboxing video. But interestingly, these are not in a dice tray. These are just here. So maybe they go along there. But yeah, that's a little odd that they're there. We got a very nice little brass counter here. Is it brass? It's some kind of metal. Let's just move the camera down a bit to see this map here. So I think this is what you use to track where you are on the big map. So as I say, you'll move around on here following the dotted lines. You'll move from one place to another. And then where you are will determine what kind of encounter you have and the terrain type that you're in. We've also got some cards. We didn't have any cards with Hoplomachus Remastered, did we? No, so we got some cards with this. Let's have a look at the chips first, though. Put the cards to one side. Let's have a look at the chips. If you saw the previous video, then you're not going to see much else new in here. It's pretty much the same style and graphic design. I will show some different colours. Let's show the purple ones. Okay, so yeah, here we go. Here's what they look like. And as I say, if you saw the previous video, then it's pretty much the same. You've got all of the stats. Down the left-hand side, you've got what dice they roll in the middle. And you've got their, I think it's called skills. Maybe it's called skills. Chris is saying the remastered chips are compatible and expand Victorum and vice versa. Right, okay. They expand Victorum. So does that mean if I've got both games, I could use, basically Victorum becomes, I've got more options. Wow, okay. I've got some extra stuff here. Now, although this is a solo game only, this is another game which I'm looking forward to playing with somebody else, because I'm a big believer that solo games don't have to be played solo. There's one of the things that I really enjoy doing is sitting down and playing a solo game with somebody else. And we sit there and we talk about it together and we work out what we're going to do together. Rick's coming up. Well, Rick, you're already coming over tonight anyway. And we're already playing Hoplomachus Remastered tomorrow. We can't play this at the same time. You're going to have to pick which one you want to play. Yeah, so anyway, lots and lots of chips, lots of stuff. And if we just zoom up, I'm going to show you this bit here. I think, from what I've seen, is these chips will basically, you see the backs of them. The backs of them is all the same. I can't remember which way they go in, but what will happen is that they will store in there. Do they go that way around, or do they go back to front? I can't remember if you see which one you're facing next. Can't quite remember. Let me have a look at the rule book and see what the rule book says. God, there's a lot of text in this. You get to see the next chip coming. Thank you, Chris. I thought you did. I've watched a bit of Ricky Royale's videos, and I've watched some of the Chip Theory Games videos, and I thought, yeah, you put them in like that so that you actually know which one is coming next, which gives you a little bit of an insight into what you're going to do. So yeah, unit chips by faction. So this is going to be filled with the chips. Cards. Let's have a look at the cards. Oh, we're going to be able to get into the cards. Yes, we're able to get in. And again, I know Chip Theory Games have been putting a lot of effort into this, and they've got a good team of people now to work on the cards to make sure that they are clear. I think one of the downsides of some of their earlier games is that there were cards with text on, and it wasn't always clear as to what exactly you did. But yeah, there's much more attention to detail now in the cards, and a much bigger team that helps work on these things, and a good group of playtesters as well. So this looks like it's a card for an event. I'm trying to remember that when I did the playthrough, I can't quite remember, but yeah, this looks like it's a particular event. It tells you what units are set up, and it tells you what happens if you win the event. So yeah. Oh, so sports. Yeah, so these are sporting events. So what you'll do is you'll shuffle these, and then whenever you land on a sporting event place on the board, you'll draw one of these, and it will tell you what that particular type of event is. So lots of variability. One of the things with this game that's going to make it very, very replayable is the fact that you have it's the combination of things. You have the combination of which particular type of event it is, which particular type of terrain you're fighting on, and which particular character you're playing, and which particular enemies you're facing. And you just change one of those things, and the game is going to play out very differently. I'm not comparing it to Gloomhaven in terms of a game, but one of the things with Gloomhaven is if you play the same scenario again with 4 completely different characters, the scenario will play out differently. And that's why games like this have a huge amount of replayability, because it's not just playing the scenario, it's playing the scenario with all of the other stuff in there. So these are opportunity cards. Again, loads and loads of ones of those. And the design of these is very clean. It looks nice. It's a professional. Obviously, they've got really good people working on it, doing the layout and stuff like that. So yeah, it all looks just very nice. It's still just a very nice production. I'm quite excited about this. I said that a lot today. I'm very excited about all of the games that I've done unboxings for. What have we got here? We have bloodshed cards, which look like... so that's a different type of icon on the map. So yeah, if we look back down at the map, you will see that we've got 3 different types of areas, and that's for the 3 different decks of cards. So we have the bloodshed cards, this particular location. For this location, we have the opportunity cards, and for that location, we have those. And I believe, Chris will tell me if I'm right, when you put these into the display here, let me just zoom that around like that, you do the same. You see the front card. So the sporting cards will go here, for example. I think they slot in there. And you see the first one. And then the opportunity cards will go in the middle. Like so. And then the bloodshed cards, I am correct. Thank you very much, Chris. They will go there like that. So you always see ahead of time what the next one is. Now, these holders are not going to fit sleeved cards. But to be honest, you don't need to sleeve Chip Theory Games cards because they're plastic cards. They're not going to wear. You don't need to sleeve them. I know some people do sleeve them, but you don't need to. Let's just have a look at what this bit at the front is. I think it's for the dice, because otherwise they would have included a dice tray, surely. Is it for the dice? Oh, I don't know if it's for the dice. It's got to be. Zodtan is asking, is this game for somebody who is not into the theme at all? It's a very good question, actually. I mean, I'm somebody who plays a lot of Euro games, and the theme to me in a game for Euro games is pretty much irrelevant. I play a game because the game is mechanically interesting and has good excitement in gameplay and good crunchy decisions and things like that. So if this was a game about spaceships flying around the galaxy shooting each other, or it's a game about gladiatorial combat, that wouldn't make any difference to me. What I'm looking for in the game is I'm looking for the gameplay itself. I think the gameplay, I think it suits the gladiatorial combat. I don't think, I'm saying you couldn't just pick this game up and completely retheme it into space and it would all work. I think a lot of the mechanisms in the game and a lot of the way it works suits itself to that kind of gladiatorial combat. It all depends. I mean, if you really don't like gladiatorial combat, if it's a turn-off, then you're probably not going to enjoy the game. But I'm not really into gladiatorial combat. It's not something that I do. I mean, I say it's not something I do. I've recently acquired a sword. So maybe I'll start getting into it. Maybe if I invite Ricky Royal and Mark Dainty round and we can have a bit of a gladiatorial combat in my backyard. But yeah, it's an interesting one. As I say, I think if you like the mechanisms of the game, it kind of doesn't matter that it's gladiatorial combat. But yeah, I think I like gladiatorial combat. It's actually made me, I've been thinking, while I've been waiting for this game to arrive, in the last couple of months, I thought, I must watch Gladiator again. So Chris is saying there's a lot of fantasy elements in Hoplomachus. Yeah, so we're talking about Roman gladiatorial combat, but there is the fantasy element. You're going to be fighting monsters. Let me just have a look at this sheet. So this is... Yeah, there's definitely monsters in there that have some strange abilities. So this is Pluto himself. That's the one you're going to be fighting at the end. Yeah, there we go. Kamadzots. Itzam Kabain. Big crocodile. Zahak. Hydra. So yeah, it's not just Roman gladiatorial combat. It's got the kind of mythological aspect to it as well. Yeah. I don't know what to say. Everything has been building up to this moment today of unboxing this, and it was really hard when I picked this game up not to just unbox it and have a look through it. I'm just found these other pack of cards. I mean, look at this. There's a huge amount of cards. I can't remember exactly what these cards are or how they work. I think they might be tactics cards, special prowesses. Oh, I think these are for the different enemies, and you will draw a card to determine what that enemy is doing for the round. So yeah, we got a lot of cards here, a lot of small cards. One thing that I do want to mention is this. This is the player tracker, and you will use this over the course of the campaign in order to track your health, your leadership, your blessings. You got 4 acts, and you can upgrade your dice and things like that as the game goes on. Now, this is perfectly good enough. Lots and lots of available. But, and again, big thank you to Chip Theory Games. But what they've given me is they've given me the premium hero tracker. So instead of writing on that, what you've got is you've got this little mini neoprene mat with holes in. And you have these little markers here. And these are very, very cool. And what these will do is these will slot into there. And these will track your information. Now, that's all very nice. Probably can't see that on the overhead camera. But storing it between sessions, I would probably, and it probably says this in the book, I would want to transfer this to this. Because otherwise, if I try and store that and these pop out, then I've lost track of where I am. So the intention is probably you use this during a game and you move these along. And then when you're going to put it away, you transfer everything to this, or take a photo. Taking a photo would work. Transfer everything to this. And then you can put it away. And these are actually, let me just zoom in with this camera a bit. There you go. These are actually little swords. So yeah, these are little swords. If you can see, if it's going to focus, yeah, I think it's just about focusing. There you go. So yeah, they're little swords. These aren't metal, I don't think. I think these are plastic. They feel quite light. But yeah, that's really cool. I think we're all done. I don't think there's anything we haven't seen. apart from the inside of the bottom of the box, which again has got nice artwork on it. I still don't know where the dice go. I'm gonna have to find that out. But yeah, we're all done. When am I going to cover this on the channel? Same answer as Hoplomachus Remastered. I am waiting to hear from Chip Theory Games as soon as they know when backers are going to start getting their copies. That's when I need to contact Ricky Royal and Mark Dainty. I mean, I've already spoken to them. We've already agreed what we're doing. But as soon as we know when backers are going to get their copy, I want to be getting the videos out at roughly that time. And I will be doing a live playthrough of this game with either Ricky or Mark, depending on who's doing Remastered and who's doing this one. And that'll be live on the channel. So yeah, keep an eye on that. But a big thank you to Chip Theory Games for your support. I'm a big fan of theirs, and they like the content that I create, and they're happy to support me and my channel with games and stuff like that. So yeah, we're all done for today. Thank you very much to everybody who's not just watched this video, but I've done 8 unboxing videos today. So if you're interested in any of the previous unboxing videos, they're all available. They're on the channel now. Today has been a day off work for me. I've not got paid anything for today because all I've done is sit here and unbox games. And the only reason I'm able to do that is thanks to the support of the Patreon campaign. So if you're a Patreon supporter of mine, thank you. These videos are obviously open on YouTube for everybody, but they are done because of the Patreon campaign. Your financial support means that I can take days off like this and just have fun and just unbox these games. The downside is I don't know how I'm going to concentrate on doing anything else today because all I want to do is play all of these games all at once. That would be fun. A live stream of Paul playing 8 different games at once and watching his brain explode. No, that's not going to happen. Anyway, we're all done now. I'm going to pack this game away and move it to a position on the game shelves where it will come off and it will get learnt. I would say that this is going to be in the GridCon games library, but to be honest, this is a solo game only. This is not the kind of game which really has a place in a games library at a convention. Hoplomachus Remastered will be, because that's a multiplayer game, but this one's going to stay at home on the shelf for now. Anyway, thank you very much to everybody for watching, and I will see you all tomorrow for one more unboxing video. Tomorrow night, I'm going to be unboxing Frostpunk, and I'm going to be interviewing the CEO of Glass Cannon Unplugged during that. That's happening at 7 o'clock UK time tomorrow night. I'm going to be unboxing Frostpunk. So if you're interested in that, tune into the channel and join me tomorrow night. And then I'll be back on Friday with a playthrough of ISS Vanguard. Just so many exciting games at the moment. Thanks very much for watching. Take care. We'll see you all next time. Bye-byes.